Okay, no, I will be honest.
That's how you do it,
This is how you celebrate somebody who's going into the hall. We got the Eagles cheerleaders. We got the mascot, the one and only. Swoop it up with it.
Swoop it up,
Now look,
let's go.
Look, I'm being fully transparent. Shady, McCoy, and I took a car from Philly to New York overnight to be here with y'all, to be here with them. It's going to be a Hall of Fame episode. It's going to be a Hall of Fame production, but I got to bring in our Hall of Fame TV talent. James Jones, Chase Daniel holding it down from the LA studio. What's up,
What's going on, guys? Hey, man, look at those cheerleaders.
Jealous.
Hey.
Did they ride with y'all?
Yeah.
Y'all.
Hey, we all carpooled. We all carpooled. I'm not going to lie to you. Shady, let's go back to yesterday, big dog. Let's go back to the day. Hall of Fame induction. What will you remember most from the day?
Real quick, did I cry?
I saw one hot tear. I saw one hot tear. Y'all know there's a difference. You know there's a difference between I saw one hot tear.
When I get back, we're going to talk about this. No, it was great, though. Just being back home. I call Philadelphia home. All my family, my friends, all my ex-teammates, my teammates, current teammates, all my coaches, man. It was a great time. And then the fans. The Eagle fans are the best in the world. It just brought so much joy and excitement. I'm so honored. To think about this, the Eagles been around for so many years. Acho. And they put your boy in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Come on.
Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I remember.
We got the ladies.
If you know anything about Shady, McCoy, James, Chase, are y'all surprised that the cheerleaders are here? Are we surprised?
I am not surprised the cheerleaders are here.
I can't hear my boys in the back. I can't hear my boys.
But not only that, though, I did see them eyes watering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as they should, man. Look at you right there.
Wait.
This right here.
Wait, give me time out. What you mean, James? What you mean, James?
Shady,
Say that again.
30-second timeout.
All the videos I seen the little bubbles in the eyes about to water, and I'm like, my dog is getting emotional. He don't want to let the tears drop down too much, but my dog getting emotional. But as you should, man, this is well-deserved, man. Obviously, I was sitting back at home watching, and I'm like, look at my dog standing there, getting inducted into the Eagles Hall of Fame, man. For you, your family, bruh, it's a blessing. You earned it. Well-deserved, my man.
The emotions were high, man. It was really cool to see. And I sent the video of you interviewing on TV. And I'm telling you, it did look like a little bit of tears were coming out of those eyes. And it was cool to see because, like, I stood up at home. I'm like, when I saw Shady on TV, I'm like, Shady TV, like, I got to get this. I got to send this to the group text because I know you guys are busy the whole time. But it's just cool to think, bro, like, no one will ever wear that number again, and you should be really proud of that.
And not only that, Acho, you know, I'm from the streets too. Whenever a street dude keep clapping like this as he doing his speech, that's stopping them tears from coming down.
Yeah, look. I didn't take deep breaths. You know what I mean?
Look, I'll say this before we transition to the hard-hitting football topics. We got breaking news in the NFL today. The Saints just fired Dennis Allen. James Jones, you know Dennis Allen well, obviously. He was your head coach with the Raiders. We will get to that. We will get to the Cowboys. We will get to the Eagles Super Bowl expectations. But real quick, James, Chase, when Shady and I walked down to the field, I looked up and I saw the other retired numbers. I saw the McNabbs. I saw the Dawkins. And I said, wait, Shady, your jersey's about to go up there.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, bro, like a proud, friend, proud father, a proud uncle. I'm sitting there recording Shady as he's giving a speech with a huge smile on my face. This is one of those days that I will remember being able to support Shady and Shady. Just congratulations, big dog. Congratulations.
Thank you. And then my boy came all the way from L.A. for one day to spend with his dog.
Red Eye.
That was big, and that was special, though.
Yeah,
But we going to celebrate tonight, too, though, now, so.
Here's what I know. We will be back in L.A. tomorrow. Okay, we will be back in L.A.
Hopefully.
All right, let's go to the breaking news. We will have more from the cheerleaders later. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all
so much.
You know, wherever Shady is, there's going to be some cheerleaders following. Got to transition. Breaking news. We will celebrate the Hall of Fame later. But remember, it's a Hall of Fame show. Dennis Allen just got fired. Fired, Joey.
Can't cheer about that.
We can't cheer about that. Coleman, we leaving the cheerleaders here? What are we going to do? We're doing this show on the fly. Dennis Allen, he just got fired. James Jones, I need your instant reaction because he was your head coach with the Raiders. Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised at all. You won your first 2 games, and then you lost 6 straight games. 6 straight games. And it wasn't 6 straight games that were close. You blow 2 people out. You score the most points in the first 2 weeks. Then you lose 6 straight games. And then you top it off with a loss to the Carolina Panthers. And we all know how we feel about the Carolina Panthers. But Dennis Allen was not doing a good job as a head coach for the New Orleans Saints. To be honest with you, Acho, Shady, Chase, Dennis Allen, to me, is a better position coach than he is a head coach. I believe he will be a defensive coordinator in this league again, but I do not think he's a head coach and a leader of men like that. And I think this decision had to come right now, especially losing 6 straight games, and you have a really good football team. It had to happen. I am not surprised at all.
Still a rookie.
Here's my thing. I don't know if y'all saw, and Cohen, we should have the tweets up. The Saints team is imploding. As I was watching the game with Shady yesterday, I was also scrolling on X/Twitter, and I saw some of the things that Saints players were saying after they lost. Cam Jordan, superstar for the Saints. We just lost to the Panthers. He said, I love y'all, New Orleans. Truly had higher expectations and better hopes for us. Keep in mind, it's only the end of week 8.
Yep.
And he's talking about, I truly had higher expectations for us as if the season were over. You got defensive lineman said, fans say we keep losing so we can get the #1 pick. Hell, throw me in at quarterback. Let's have something fun to watch. Wow. The Saints are imploding, and it's just week 9, Chase. It's literally just week 9. I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, look, I understand because I played with the Saints 5 years, right? I was with them for the first 4 years of my career, and then back in 2017 when Sean Payton was the coach, Dennis Allen was the defensive backs coach there when I was first there. And I always liked D.A., and I think he's a really good defensive mind. I think, you know, for him to lead a locker room, that was asking a lot. And I still have good relationships there. And quite honestly, it's going to be hard to follow up a legend in Sean Payton, no matter who gets that job, right? You win 2 in a row. We're talking about him on this show like they figured it out. Clint Kubiak's this genius, Derek Carr, and then you get hurt. And then Spencer Rattler comes in, and then they have the backup to the backup come in. Taysom Hill's hurt. You know, Alvin Kamara is not playing well. That defense is struggling. So it just is – it's a sad situation because I'll never cheer for anyone to get fired.
Never.
But the Saints, their hands were tied. They didn't have a choice at this. They're going to lose the locker room, especially, Acho, to your point, when you are a leader like Cam Jordan, and I know Cam Jordan really well, and you are speaking out and you are saying we lost to the Panthers, like they got to do something about it.
Yeah, and it's crazy because they were 1 point 2-0. They're at one point, everybody's like, yo, oh my God, have you seen these Saints, right? Put on his points up, scoring at a high clip. You see Alvin Kamara, you see Derek Carr, and then it's collapsed with the injuries and the bad play. It's funny, Chase, because I'm super close with Cam, right? And for him to tweet this and say that, it means something. It comes from somewhere. Cam is always locked in. Cam is always from New Orleans. And it's like, right now, we are pathetic. We're losing to the Panthers, right? So they got to do something. I think this move will be good for them. But I just hate seeing, like, so many talented guys being wasted, right? You talk about Chris Olave. You talk about Alvin Kamara. Like, these dudes are still in their prime playing really, really well. They got to do something. And that division is not that good. So for y'all to be struggling this bad, something had to change.
And I mean, again, go ahead, James. Go ahead, James.
And not only that, we all seen Cam Jordan not walking in the locker room after the game. Derek Carr had to go walk over there and get him because he was frustrated. You know, any organization, we've been a part of a lot of organizations. Any organization, any owner sees that type stuff to where the coach don't got the locker room and is frustrated from that end of it, we all know. At that point, the coach got to go because he don't have no control on the team. Maybe they get somebody else in there that could bring some new mojo in there and kind of change this thing around and finish this season strong for the Saints.
Field, celebrating my dog Shady going into the Hall of Fame yesterday, and this came across my timeline. I'll say it like this, Chase. I'll say it like this, James, Shady, and I'll say it to you directly to the camera, the viewer. It takes a whole bunch of me's to make up a we. So since Dak Prescott has given me cover saying that the Cowboys suck, let me tell the world exactly who sucks for the Cowboys. I will say this. The Cowboys' maturation sucks because Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-year vet, is getting suspended in his 9th year. Make that make sense. The Cowboys' effort on defense sucks because in the midst of the play, star cornerback Trayvon Diggs is throwing his hands in the air looking for a penalty that's not going to come. The Cowboys' run defense sucks because the defensive tackles have still not been able to get right, even though they are previously first-round picks. The Cowboys' rushing attack sucks because the Cowboys didn't try to retain Tony Pollard, who's currently second in the AFC in rushing, nor did they try to garner Derrick Henry, who's currently first in the NFL in rushing. The Cowboys' fourth down decision-making sucks because you ran a fake punt a fake punt and you wanted your punter to try to throw the ball, the Cowboys' leadership sucks because Dak Prescott is on the sideline saying, we bleeping suck. Trayvon Diggs is in the middle of the game as a leader throwing his hands in the air. And though Micah Parsons is injured, he is holding press conferences on a podcast with Trayvon Diggs. So if you want to say we bleeping suck, you got to put an address on it. Make sure it don't get lost in the mail. The Cowboys' red zone offense, it sucks. Everything right now as it pertains to the Dallas Cowboys, even from a managerial perspective with Jerry Jones, sucks. So when you say we, who are the me's that are comprising this we? Because when I look at the Dallas Cowboys, a whole bunch of stuff sucks. I'm just glad Dak Prescott now gave us cover to speak the truth about the Dallas Cowboys. The only thing that doesn't suck is Dak Prescott's honesty. But Chase, you're a quarterback. You a quarterback. I couldn't believe it when I heard it. What do you say, sir?
I can believe it. I mean, because you said it.
Chase, which way is it?
No, I mean, it's like which one? Who sucks? Like, which one am I looking up? I'm looking down. Like, it's everyone. And quite honestly, it's sort of like this self-deprecating humor, right? As a quarterback, when things aren't going right, it starts with Dak on the sideline, but it also, you forgot to say the Mike McCarthy slamming the tablet down. Like, everyone's emotions.
I love to see that, Chase.
Yeah, you know, and they're trying to figure something out. The biggest issue is, like, for me, it starts at the top, right? It starts with Jerry Jones, even from free agency, as you're saying, hey, we're all in. What do? You sign a long snapper? You sign a long snapper because you're all in after your third consecutive 12th win season in a row. And then you go to the head coach. You don't give him a new contract. He's a lame duck head coach. You see him here getting frustrated on the sideline. At one point, you know, you can't fire the owner. You can't fire players. You got to fire the coach. Like, I'm surprised he isn't fired today based on how their situation was. And then you go to Dak. He's thrown multiple interceptions in multiple games this year. And it's just one of those things. You only give him one weapon. You have CeeDee Lamb. You don't get a run game. You don't sign Derrick Henry. I mean, Acho, the list can go on and on and on. So I think it's just a frustration boiling over because Dak, whether we like it or not, he's making $60 million a year. He's going to be the quarterback moving forward. Everything around him has to change because they were good on defense last year. They were really good on offense last year. Now they're not good at either, and it's just really frustrating, especially being from Dallas, and I grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan, to see this and to see it overflow. I got guys texting me left and right saying, what the heck is going on with the Cowboys?
I don't know if it's me or what's going on here, but it's like, is it a bad thing? I'm excited about the Cowboys looking like this. I mean, I'm listening to Acho, I'm listening to Chase. I mean, I'm excited. I see the Cowboys looking so bad. But somebody in the facility said this, that they will not make the playoffs.
Said it.
Who was it?
You said it.
I said it, not gonna make it the playoffs.
You said it.
We can talk about having more pieces on offense, getting some more running backs, having this and that and the third, but it comes down to effort. When I watched the Cowboys, we were in the suite watching the game, and I'm like, dog, I don't see no effort with the Cowboys. Talk about stopping the run. Talk about being aggressive. Talk about competing. In the middle of the play, you worry about getting a call from the ref? Where do they do that at? You finish the play, then you complain after the play's called. So all I'm saying is we can talk about all these different pieces, but they got to go out there and have some effort. The simple things in football, you throw, you catch, you block, you run. I don't see that with the Cowboys. And then the Dak Prescott. As much as we want to pick the finger out and blame everybody else for what's going on with the Cowboys, when you pay a quarterback $6 million, I need results. I need results. Oh, yes, I know my wide receiver core might be that great, but you get paid the highest in the league. You got to elevate that room, and he hasn't been doing it. So I don't want to put all the blame on Mike McCarthy because I know that's the easy way to go about doing it. Mm-hmm. But it's a collective thing, and I need my quarterback to show out first. I need some effort on defense. I need the team to play together because if not, they will be home this postseason. They will be home, and I can't wait. I'm excited. So I need more energy from y'all, right? Because this is a win for me.
You called it,
Eagles.
You called it.
Derek Carr outplayed you, beat you. Lamar Jackson outplayed you, beat you. Kirk Cousins outplayed you, beat you. Who else out?
Some more. It's some more.
Brock Purdy outplayed you.
Just
there you go.
Everyone, dog.
Right? Jared Goff outplayed you, beat you.
Come on.
The conversation on the sideline, in my humble opinion, should have been, I suck. That's what it should have been, because you making $60 million, you getting outplayed by all these quarterbacks. If you're a $60 million quarterback, you're supposed to make everybody around you better. Dak Prescott, that's not what you've been doing. Whatever the roster is, right? You can blame Jerry Jones about the roster because I know Mike ain't got nothing to do with the roster. Jerry Jones didn't bring them pieces in there, right? But what he did do is he paid you a lot of money, he paid CeeDee Lamb a lot of money, and you're not delivering right now. And not only that, you're talking to the young backup quarterback, the third-string quarterback, telling them we suck. You're the leader of the team. What kind of message is this sending the team? But you saying we suck, but you're not playing well. I can see if you were dominant and you're sitting here, the defense ain't playing well or the running game ain't playing well, and you're sitting here saying we suck, and then people could look at you like, hey, you right, because you balling. You're not doing your job. The ball is in your hand every single play, and you're not doing your job. So I would have started off, personally, I would have looked at Greg Jennings or Jordan Nelson like, bruh, I suck, man, my bad. You know what I'm saying? And I would have let them follow up with whatever they going to follow up with. But you're not playing well right now. And the Dallas Cowboys on the offensive side of the ball is not playing well because the best player on the offensive side of the ball is not playing well. Mike McCarthy ain't slamming that tablet down because somebody ain't open. I tell you that.
Right.
Somebody probably open on that tablet. You ain't reading the right stuff. Are we missing blocks or whatever? That's why he's slamming the tablet. So at the end of the day, you're not playing well.
Hey, Mike McCarthy slammed that tablet. If y'all remember, it was a 4th and 1, if I'm not mistaken. CeeDee Lamb runs that reverse around the middle of the field. They get stopped. They get tackled. Mike McCarthy is looking at players missing blocks. That's what sucks. But here's my thing. What do the Cowboys do now? We have all been on teams halfway through the season, and we realize the season is over. Remember, Micah Parsons, he's still injured. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's injured. Trayvon Diggs, he playing like he injured. Deron Bland all season, he been injured. So really the question now is, y'all been in these locker rooms before, because I know I have, when it's only week 9, and you're 3-5, and Chase, you still got about 8 to 9 weeks left to play. What is actually the psyche of the players in your mind within that locker room? And what's the psyche of Jerry Jones? He ain't got time to waste. Obviously, he's up there in age. Should they just start hemorrhaging the roster and trying to build for the future? Should they start trying to acquire talent? James, I think you were saying they need to go try to get T. Higgins of the Cincinnati Bengals. Like, Chase, in your mind, should the Cowboys just mail it in, or what in the world should they do right now?
I mean, look, the psyche of the locker room is we freaking suck. Exactly what Dak Prescott just said. And it's one of those things where what's going to change? Because it's like beating a dead horse over the head. You are doing the same exact thing every single game. You're last in the NFL in rushing. Your quarterback's throwing multiple interceptions because you only have one guy who's double covered, and you're forcing the ball to CeeDee Lamb. Your defense can't stop the run. Your defense can't play defense. Like, they have 10 guys on the field at the same time. For me, honestly, like, this is going to sound crazy, but Dak had a hamstring injury. And quite honestly, who knows how he's going to be going forward. And honestly, he hurt his thumb, too. As a thrower, that stinks. For me, it's like play Trey Lance. Play Trey Lance, see what you have there. I'm not saying to bench Dak Prescott, because Dak's going to be your guy. But if you have Trey Lance, you can trade him or in the offseason, see what you have there. You have to start building toward the future. Like, something has to change. And like we were saying, and like I've said earlier, you can't fire Dak Prescott. You're not going to fire CeeDee Lamb. You're not going to fire Micah Parsons. You're not going to fire an owner, Jerry Jones. Oh, by the way, he's the GM. So you got to make a move at the head coach, and you got to sort of see what Trey Lance has. I don't think Cooper Rush moves the needle for me. At least we can get a long look at what Trey Lance can bring to the Cowboys. Even if CeeDee Lamb in a shoulder isn't playing, I think it'd be good reps for him.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.